I'm really impressed with Stockholm. It's one of the best cities I've ever been in, and I'm really, in the short time that I've been here, I've really grown attached to it. My name is Alejandro Verbiest, and I'm a master's student here at Stockholm University studying a 2-year program in political science. I've always been interested in Scandinavia, and I knew I always wanted to make a life for myself here, and studying seems like the perfect way to get started on that path. And I researched on the internet a variety of programs, and Stockholm University had the most competitive and the best English language program for international students. So I applied, and things just came together perfectly. I think Sweden, and especially Stockholm, is one of the few places where you can thrive or at least, manage to survive without really speaking the local language accent. It seems everybody here, I don't know if it's the exposure to American and British media or if it's just having to learn it from such a young age. Somebody told me that it starts when you're 7 or 8 years old. But it's really, they've assimilated the English language to Sweden almost. It's almost a second national language. And also, I really appreciate the fact that I feel safe here. I feel like there's a low level of criminality, much less so than cities in the United States. And if I'm out late at night and I have to walk to the station, for example, I don't feel like I'm as much at risk for being the victim of a certain crime as I would be back home. Normally, I always travel by public transportation. I obviously don't have a car. I don't have a bicycle, as I did in the United States. So I'm very reliant on public transportation, and it's just the network here is so integrated, and there's always a way to get to somewhere. It couldn't be any easier. I'm really impressed with public transportation here in the city. It's so accessible. Overall, I really like the campus. It has a unique character because there's this juxtaposition of different architectural styles and these different buildings from different periods. And you have the sort of 60s neo-functionalist architecture with Söderahuset. And then here, this is really an impressive auditorium. It's sort of this circular dome structure, and it's built on top of this hill. So it's really nice, and I really like the campus. It's very accessible. It's very user-friendly to access everything. There's nothing that's too distant from one point to the next. There's a vibrant student life here. I mean, even on campus itself, there are extracurricular clubs and activities based on your interests, or maybe if you identify culturally with a certain group, there's a way to fit in. And also, obviously, there's just basic social activities, going out to bars. There's clubs, and every night there are clubs. And because Stockholm seems to attract so many different nationalities and people from different paths of life, you get to interact with a lot of Swedes, but with a lot of international students as well, and it's fantastic to have both opportunities. If you want to experience this sort of contrast between traditional Swedish and a modern, very advanced culture, then I think Stockholm is the choice.